guys? This will be my post Turbo BRZ experience video. Let you know what are my thoughts, what I think of it. Well, that's redundant. Let you know my review, thoughts, concerns, things I liked, things I didn't like. Keep in mind this BRZ is still being tuned. That was simply a base tune with 1 or 2 revisions, so there's still a lot more work to do. Points that I noticed right away. Car's a lot quieter. Well, for those of you who know, already understand that concept, boosted cars are less noisy than naturally aspirated cars, so that's sort of a given. Car seems to be running a lot smoother. I don't have a lot of experience with BRZs to start with, but I've been in a BRZ multiple times. It's a lot smoother. Driving it is a whole lot different. What do I mean by a whole lot different? There's one thing to keep in mind. Driving a turbo car is a lot different than a naturally aspirated car. You don't have to go through gears, floor it on every single... Sorry. You don't have to floor it just so you can get speed limits. You can start shifting at 5, 6 instead of 7, or, if you're driving it hard, you sort of don't have to shift at higher revs like you normally do. Power, there's obviously a lot more power. Car's going to be probably maxed out at about 280 wheel horsepower. I'm not 100% sure on torque numbers, but I will be guessing they'll be in the higher, low 200s. Turbo BRZ sounds sick. It's a lot deeper tone. Computers are actually learning pretty quickly. We started with a base tune, a base map, and that was about an hour and a half ago, maybe a little longer. Car's pulling very, very smoothly compared to for a Subaru computer. Subaru computers are always ragged at for being old school. They still use a 16-bit computer that barely has a few megs of RAM. Just to give you an idea. Fuel pump, injector, fuel systems will be maxed out at 280 wheel horsepower. So the plan for now is to get new fuel pump, new injectors. Yes, I know it's direct injection, but there's apparently something you have to do with the injectors so they can actually flow more. Running an electronic boost controller, I believe is a Greddy. You can bypass wastegate, all that stuff, and simply set your boost as you're going. But for every time you're going to reset your boost, you're going to need a new tool. So the idea is that we're going to put 2 maps, low boost and high boost. High boost being about 7 pounds, low boost probably about 2 or 3. For those of you who are wondering why do we need a base map or a lot of tuning to get this running properly. Naturally aspirated engines run with negative pressure, so you always have a vacuum. When you're in a turboed car, you have boost and vacuum, so dropping in a supercharger or a turbocharger in a naturally aspirated car without having a base turbo tune or supercharger tune will only mean you're going to blow up your motor the moment you give it gas. Why do I say when you give it gas? Because when you're idling, it's at vacuum. Once you give it gas, boost is going to build up. And then you're going to go into positive pressure, and that's when your motor's going to go kaboom! Kaboom! What will break? Fuck if I know. You'll have to try it and see if you got money. So, do I justify the amount of money next SDI, buy a rotated turbo kit, probably the GT30, GT35, for about the same amount of money that it costs to get a turbo set up for a BRZ, because it is about 3 to 4 grand to get a proper one. That's a lot of money for just a turbo kit. Some of you may debate that, you know, to each his own, different strokes for different folks. If I got money, yeah, I'd definitely put a turbo in it. I'd actually put a compound boost. That's a supercharger and a turbocharger. The supercharger feeds the turbo, or other way around, depends however you want to set it up. All depends on your setup. There's not much to say about it, as we didn't drive around much. I will have a lot more feedback once I get to drive around myself, and that is after it being fully tuned. Thanks guys. If you're watching this at night, have a good night.